So I'm here with Yui. He's the filmmaker behind the Radicalization of Jeff Boyd, and yes, he was the main actress in the film. Congratulations, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
So who would like to tell me a synopsis?
Synopsis?
Go for it.
Thank you. No, synopsis is like, I'm the businessman. I play the businessman, and she plays a young woman. First, I wanted to, as Jeff wants to go to Australia, where his friend lives already. He's settled down there, and his dream is, to just go there. And so he thought, on his last step, he wants to do some financing.
Yeah.
Leave the country with a pocket full of cash.
We all want that. We all want that. Trust me.
Yeah. So you can see yourself.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. If only. Yeah.
So that was his objective. So easy money, but after a phone call, he realized it's not that easy. So it all went wrong. He really gets mad and angry, and in this state, he even lost his job. Then Jeff meets Wendy. She also in a delicate state, and we just discovered we are kind of soulmates. We are really worried about what the world turns into with all the social issues and everything. And we got hooked, kind of. It's not about that we fell in love madly, but we just have.
There's a connection, isn't there?
Yeah, it's a connection, like soulmates, I think.
Yeah, like common ground. We disagree with a lot, not agree with a lot of things. Socially seen, so.
Yeah, a lot goes without words. We understand this. Anyway, so we talk, and we know at the apartment we just talk and utter our ideas, and then we thought, there was just I was walking around in the city, and I saw the mother of the guy where I lost all my money. She just popped up, and then Jeff comes with this really strange idea to spoiler.
No, spoiler alert. Don't give too much away. No.
Yeah. She comes into play, and so we do something with her. We do some business cooperation, something like that, and so the whole story evolves and really gets loaded. I think loaded. Yeah, we have many twists in there, and it evolves the whole story into extremes.
Well, yeah, because anyone that sees the word radicalization will think of probably two things. Radicalization as in religious radicalization, but that's not necessarily the case, is it?
No, it's a little bit of wordplay.
Yeah.
A little bit ironic, but it's still a radicalization, but nothing to do with religion.
Yeah, we should point that, because but people may think that before they see the film, because it's such a word that's such a strong association with what's happening in the world today. But we should point out that's not about that at all. Not that it matters. I mean, it's up to you what you shoot a film about. But
no, we just thought it's a funny. Actually, I think it's a funny title. I don't know. And so I fell in love. I really had a big fight with titles. I wrote emails and like tons of emails. What do you think? What do you think? No, it has to be short. No, you can't do this. And then somebody gave me that title, and I fell in love instantly. So it's on my title. So the credit goes to Julian Booth.
Oh, okay. You plagiarised it.
Yeah.
You played. Yeah. You. But you should come. Yeah, you should come.
It's Julian Booth, a Welsh actor who plays my Australian buddy. Yeah.
So the good-looking main actor, which is you, obviously.
Thank you.
Were you first choice for your own film? That's a sort of a silly question, but why were you always going to be the lead actor? I mean, was it always your intention to be the lead actor? Because it's not always the case, is it?
Yeah.
Sometimes I've had filmmakers say, "Well, it wasn't," and I fell into it, and things weren't happening.
First of all, I love acting.
Yeah.
And second, I wrote the story, and so I really could see myself and understand the character the best. And it's also easier, instead of getting somebody. And we had to do this film very efficiently, because we didn't have the tools, we didn't have the crew. We did a lot ourselves as a we.
I know you. I mean, for those that obviously don't realise, we spoke very briefly before, but you're both Swiss. So I'm assuming that I should have asked this before. I assume you both knew each other before this film was.
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, right.
You know, I wrote the story, then like pretty fast actually, it's like 6 or 8 weeks, and then I thought, okay, I might look for a cast. Yeah, and I knew I'm gonna do it. You know, because I like the story, and so I wanted to play it, and I felt it. You know, and then as soon as I hit the button, go for the ad in a student film web page.
Bang!
It's too late now. Now it's gonna go for real. You know? And it was kind of a weird, sensational feeling, but you know, it's gonna get real. You know, and with her, you know, I did the castings. You know, it was funny. She came. I said, "Shall I read the lines?" I said, "Oh, I was not prepared." I thought, "Oh, okay, yeah." Read it.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, I have to take. You know, I'll show you.
Oh,
you know,
okay. Yeah.
So that's very funny, and I think, you know, I wanted to have a connection. I just wanted to understand.
This is the thing, isn't it? I'm sorry to interrupt that. Whenever, and I ask this question quite often actually, you might cast someone, but the danger is they might be great in the read through, but suddenly you get to shoot and it's like, shit, this is not the person I'm not saying it was you, but it can happen. But it can happen, can't it? And that's always the danger, isn't it? Yeah. So I think you just got to, I guess, trust your gut instinct. Just say she's really good for the part, and I'm.
Yeah, and she did a really good play in Switzerland, like a stage play.
Yeah.
And I saw some pictures of it, and I can tell you, I saw how she looked and the presence.
Yeah.
The presence.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
And that was enough for me. And so and that's how I would, when I do other films, that's how I cast. I'm not going to go for, as you said, I don't believe in traditional auditions. I believe in a talk, and I see if you feel the motivation, because, and that's very important.
Yeah,
because others, they just do it for themselves.
Yeah.
I've got to get the fuck out of here and just get my real. Sorry.
No, you can say anything. Just don't use the C word, but or try not to. And that's the thing, because it's interesting, because I've had filmmakers say the exact same. I just trust my gut, and within 10 seconds I know, and others do it differently. But I think whatever I believe that, you know, I've interviewed people, job interviews, and I know within 30 seconds if they're even going to stand a chance, because you get them coming in and they sometimes what we call entitled. They think that you own something, but obviously it's the other way around. You think they haven't got any drive and they don't really give a fuck and they give a shit about anything. Well, they're no interest to me, are they? Because how are they going to perform? And it's the same, I guess, when you're trying to get people to be in your film, you'll know pretty quickly. Because who wants time waste? There's no use to anyone, is it? You need people to be motivated and driven, you know. They're going to knuckle down and do the job.
Yeah, when you see the motivation, you see how they're going to be on the set, you know, when there's trouble.
Yeah, exactly. I suppose the thing is that I guess the danger, the reason I was asking about whether you're going to be the lead actor, I know you said you always would be, but then of course you're writing and directing, and I always wonder if, because you're wearing these hats, spinning plates, you're acting in front of the camera, you're directing yourself, but then you've got to trust someone else is going to say to you, actually, I'm not the director, but, because I assume you had an associate director, assistant director, because there needs to be someone with an eye on the ball, doesn't there? Do you kind of get what I mean?
Yeah. I got this a lot, and they would say also, like, you know, it would have been better, I don't know, because then I would be focused only on directing or only on acting or playing. But I'm not the only one who does acting and directing.
No.
And I did a lot of tasks, but you know, the writing, it's history. It's history. So I'm really only focused on directing and playing. And for me, it was not a burden at all. You know, for me, it was important to have a really nice, calm setup. So I always like to tell that, you know, we started the shooting day like with Bach playing in the background.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cello Suite No. 1, the best.
Yeah. Maybe I gave out now a free advice.
Yeah.
But and that really helped. And I knew also, you know, how she was very focused. Zarina Tachibayeva was very focused. So I knew they are focused, and so there was not a lot of directing, you know, and.
Oh, because they knew the gig, and you could trust them to get on with it. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
but we also had a great team, like who was like who were focused as well behind the camera and just like yeah.
Truth is that most filmmakers, this is my personal belief because I've interviewed a lot of filmmakers, when I meet them and speak to them as I am now, most of them are very cool and relaxed. I mean, and you've got to assume that's how you are on set, you know, and genuinely I think most filmmakers I meet are like that. You know, I'm sure it's not always the case, but you've got to lead by example, I guess, haven't you? You don't want to be falling apart on set because it would affect other people.
I think basically like 99% I was focused, you know, moving forward all the time. You had to push it, you know, because I didn't want to waste time, not because of the time. Oh, also we have to look for the time because we are not professionals, you know. We still have some daily business to do at that time. So so I always try to keep pushing and always keep the energy alive and try to avoid talk like, you know, shouldn't we maybe, you know, details. That's the important thing. I always got rid of the details. And when I was maybe I was angry sometimes, but you know, I always use that. You know, you use
calm.
it. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a great believer in any work ethic, whatever it is. If kind of lead from the top, and if you're like say if you're falling apart at the top, how is it going to affect people around you? They're going to go, fuck, you know, what is this? What's going on? Whereas if you're cool and calm, there might be a situation, but as long as I think you're relaxed, they're going to go, okay, yeah, we can get through, because you don't want. That's my belief anyway. You know, it's got to start at the top and filter through.
You have to be like you have to show it how.
Yeah.
You know,
Just don't fall to pieces, I guess. And I mean, what was he like to work with? Be honest. Go on.
It was good.
I bet he was great to work with.
Yeah. Sometimes it was a little bit hectic, you know, and it was my like first gig, like big gig, as a lead in a film.
So you've done stage. Sorry, you've done stage.
I've done stage and
okay.
short films, but that was my first feature, and I didn't know what it was like. But everything was pretty. It was really relaxed to work with him, but also hectic because we had to move forward. But I guess that's just normal.
Yeah, you know, we did a lot of things ourselves. You know, the camera, we didn't have like 3 people behind the camera. We just had 2 people and 2 cameras and the light, we did the light too. Or when we shot outdoors, we had to move and we were interrupted like so many times by police.
Really? Yeah. So hang on, where did you shoot this in Switzerland?
Yeah.
You did. So what is a Swiss film industry like? Is it supportive or is it tough?
You
Is
know,
there a film industry?
I actually didn't care about it because I didn't make any phone calls. I just did it myself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Guerrilla filming, we call it.
Yeah.
It's like guerrilla filming, yeah.
And that made it really easier. So starting from the funding and also for example, we wanted to shoot at the airport. Then I wrote them, and then they sent me like 5 forms to fill out, and I said, forget it.
Yes, fuck that. So I know this is your first film. So the first day you're shooting or the night before, butterflies.
I was really nervous. I didn't know what to expect. I was more nervous about myself. I didn't want to mess up, you know. There is a lot of pressure, I feel like, to be on a set for the first time, I guess. Or I put too much pressure on myself. But I was pretty nervous. But then the first day just flew by, and we were like totally in the middle of shooting already. And then from then on, it was just good, you know. I wasn't getting nervous anymore. It was pretty relaxed, the whole process. Yeah. For me, but I'm a calm person. I'm really impatient and everything, you know.
I suppose the beauty of film is unlike stage. With stage, there's only one shot, isn't there?
Is anyone what?
Well, if you're doing a stage performance, you've only got one chance. At least with film. I'm not saying that you want to do 10 or 50 takes, but I suppose you've always got that luxury of having another good bite of the cherry.
That probably.
Well, that might be a great thing for making a film because you've already honed it to get it right first time.
I guess I was present. Right.
Yeah,
what he said.
That's true.
Yeah,
I did also the editing, and I saw that. You know, it's actually all the takes were good. You know, so all like 50%, which is all.
Very good. Yeah, no, it's excellent.
So it's not like you have to look for one. There were some scenes where you really had to look for it, but it was because of continuity and things. Maybe a door was open, which was like
Not meant to. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but I was not worried when I went into editing with her. You know what I mean, from performance like.
Yeah.
There were others. Yeah. No worries.
Now I know you were doing a bit of guerrilla filming on the outside, but when you were doing the interiors, how did you arrange? Because there's still you still got to arrange. Where were these? I mean, I assume it was in buildings and sets. There's no sets on this, was there?
No what?
No, when you were doing the interiors. How did you get the interior shots?
You know, there's a regular apartment.
That's what I'm saying. Whose apartment was it?
Yes.
Yours, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. No, just
And you know, I knew it very well. I'm very, you know, for me it was also important the frame.
Yeah.
You know, the setup kind of zen-like. I didn't like just have a lot of stuff laying around. It was, I think, maybe it shows very clean kind of. Yeah, and we shot it there. So I might, when we are already in the apartment, I might give you that funny story.
Go on, give us a go on.
It was not funny at that time. We filmed our showdown scene. You know, a lot of stuff going on. You know. So there was this guy on the patio outdoors, like waiting there for maybe 1 or 2 hours, walking around back and forth.
Well, literally waiting a couple of hours.
Yeah, you know, he just watched. So
okay.
Until you know. But he had all the time he had a gun in his hand.
Right, sorry. Okay.
You know, Switzerland, you know?
Yeah.
You know, they say, oh wow, this is not, and then they call the police. And all of a sudden he had like 10 SWAT guys or girls, also like, you know, with helmet and they said, lay down, hey, watch it. He said, hey, no worries, you see the camera, no worries. Don't say anything, go down.
No.
Is the sound still rolling?
It was so scary.
And the sound guy said, you know, it's still rolling, I want to get there. Didn't I tell you?
Yeah.
So you had to come down and just say, look, this is just a film, we're making a film.
Yeah, but you know, it really took a half hour, you know, until they really believed it. Because they go by protocol.
They got to check, haven't they?
Yeah. I mean, it was, you know, I apologize. Of course, it was not okay because next time you call, you just give him a call, you know. And for another scene we did outdoors, also a fighting scene. I said, I called, I wrote an email and said, I knew I'm going to come back. I said, okay, we know now, you're there and no problem. So yeah, always give a call, you know.
Oh yeah. So they're quite cool about it. Yeah, just email us or phone us, and it's just like the SWAT team won't turn up.
Yeah.
Oh dear, I bet that was embarrassing.
It's a pretty funny story now. At the time, it was really scary. I was really scared because
they've got guns with them.
Yeah.
And they're like holding the guns.
Yeah, and you don't know what to do. You don't know what to say. You don't know if you're saying anything wrong or yeah. It was a little bit scary, but I like to tell the story to people.
Yeah, now it's funny, yeah, but at that time it was really
terrifying.
Sad. You know, other people wanted to go home, they had to call their friends, say, yeah, I'm late, you know, familiar stuff they were expected.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
So what's next after this? What's your plans, or what are you working on now?
I'm working on a couple of short films, and then I have some. I'm talking about some projects, but nothing official yet. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I don't want to put you on the spot. And
yeah, nothing official right now. No. Yeah, my head is already spinning a little bit, just a little bit, because now I really, you know, it's basically done. Yeah, I think it's just some distribution work maybe, but yeah, my head is spinning, and for a new story, for I got ideas. I think I know already where I'm going to shoot. I'm going to.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, and so kind of, you know, you start maybe with a setup. I don't know. I just probably just write the next film. You know.
Do a rom-com.
Huh?
A rom-com.
A rom-com.
You know, romantic comedy.
Oh,
no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay, that's brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Yuri.
Thank you.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you very much, Sean. That was wonderful.